firefighter paramedic with the Lansing Fire Department. Been on the fire department for just about 18 years now. Started my 7th year full-time. So the daily checkout for me, basically me coming in, making sure the ambulance is ready to go out on calls. So it'll start with me putting my gear on the ambulance, checking my gear out, my air pack, making sure everything's functional. Then going into the ambulance, into the cab, making sure my radio is good. All of our PPE, or personal protective equipment, is there as well. As well as then going into the back of the ambulance, checking out all the emergency equipment, making sure that all our oxygen tanks are full and ready to be used. The morning is just a quick check. Everything gets inventoried once a month. And for those of us that have been around quite a while, you learn, like, if you're checking quickly, what's supposed to be where. I'm supposed to have 5 C collars. Those are the things that go around your neck after an accident. I'm supposed to have 5 of those and 2 kids once. I met a guy who's just recently passed away who was a former full-time member of the fire department. He seen me at the high school one day and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was somewhere I shouldn't have been. And he said, "Why don't you come down and check out the fire department with us?" And we got a group of guys that would kind of volunteer and we get them into the fire service. I said, "Okay, all right, yeah, that sounds cool." And the first night being there, we went on an accident and that was it. I was kind of hooked. I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is just our regular daily trainings. We do this every morning around 10 o'clock. We're working with the skid load, and this is a line that comes off the back of our fire engine. We're just basically practicing with the hose movement, our pump pressures. This is something new to us. We thought it'd be something that we could put to better use, especially with the new design around our fire engine. So it's just a matter of getting used to the line, the pump pressures for the engineers, and seeing how everything works for everybody else.
Got what? 250 out? Right now, if you do it.
As far as getting an adrenaline rush, I think that most of us, once you get some time on, you get used to it a little bit more. There's still going to be things that will amp you up a little bit, whether somebody's yelling, "Oh, my loved one's still in the house." That's not something that happens very much at all. So when that time comes, yeah, you do get a little amped up. From there, we then will be doing a live car burn, where we're just practicing a simulated car fire. That'll be it for our daily training, and it changes every day. It doesn't matter if you've been here 20 years, or 2 years, or 2 months. Guys are willing to listen to each other. We learn to trust each other, to further trust ourselves through these trainings. My dad grew up having a fire police scanner. We always had one in the house, so we were kind of always listening to what the fire and police department were doing. So I guess he kind of was the true reason why my interest was piqued at a younger age. So it was just great that I ran into the fireman I did in the high school, asked me, "Hey, you want to come do it?" Otherwise, I don't know how I would have approached it or where I would have started. We do a lot of physical movements in our job. Whether it's on an EMS call and you're just carrying equipment or carrying a person down 4 or 5 flights of stairs, it's very important to be very physically fit, especially when it comes to a fire. You can be the strongest person on the department, but if your breathing supply on your pack only lasts you 5 minutes, but yet I'm not the strongest, but I can last 20 minutes,
The guy that's only lasting 5 minutes is not doing us a lot of good. Yeah, so today I started off on the treadmill. From the treadmill, we went and did some bench press. After bench pressing, I did some pull-ups and then ended with some push-ups. Sometimes after that, depends on how I feel, I'll continue to throw in some other things as well, whether it's just stretching or some more powerlifting. More now in my early 30s, I'm not necessarily lifting to get ridiculously strong or ridiculously big. It's more just a sense to stay in shape.
Oh, okay. You're getting ready for the course for this. Just me being able to come to work and do this is rewarding enough for me. Then on top of it, when you do save a life, that's always rewarding too. It's not the only reason why I'm here. It's truly enjoying getting to work with the group of people that I do get to work with. On top of that, it's just, this is what I truly love to do, so.
Number 2596 South Road. We're located between Evergreen Avenue and Spectacle Road.
Somebody calls in and they're notifying dispatch of their issue, and then dispatch is then toning us out. So then we're go ahead and we're getting our safety gear on and we're going en route from there. Right now, it seems like year after year recently, we're setting records for the amount of calls this department has ever ran. When I started here as a cadet, I believe we were running about 2,700 calls a year, 2,800 calls a year. And we were on pace this year for nearly 5,700. I believe we're running somewhere in the range of 16 to 18 calls a day right now. And for our population and our department size, we run with 6 guys a day right now currently. That's 2 ambulances and a fire engine. I don't believe that there's very many other departments that are that busy when you break it down to the population size and the amount of people that are serving that population size. It is a big difference is the amount of personnel per calls.
Great.
I guess some advice I'd give to young recruits, if you will, would be to stick with it, stay out of trouble, and just stick to your goals. I truly enjoy coming to work. I look forward to it. It's just like when I was a kid and you look forward to going to your baseball game the next night. You know, I have that for work. I look forward to coming to work. I look forward to doing my job. I look forward to being surprised throughout the day and seeing who am I gonna help, what's gonna happen. You're gonna get mentally and physically challenged every day, and it's something new, and it's very enjoyable, and it's always rewarding.